welcome back to Lord of the Rings Rise to War. This is Zane's Mobile. So today we're going to be reviewing Durin's Ironfoot. I don't know how to pronounce that. But I'm just going to call him Ironfoot so it's easy. We're going to be reviewing the Tier 3 Ironfoot. And how good is he? So I've been using him for the last few seasons. I love him. I think he's definitely a good damage commander. Let's just go over his abilities. First of all, his might is really good. It's the second best, I think, in the game over Treebeard. 2.7 per level. You're averaging, if you're working on him, you're going to average right around a 420 sorry, 420 to 440 might at a good level with good equipment. You're going to be averaging right around 106 focus and about 80. And if you're lucky, you could maybe get it to 100 speed at good equipment. So he's a warrior. It's obviously, if you're a damage commander, you want warrior. There's some damage commanders like Aragon II that I would really wish to be warrior, but he's not. So it's always good for a damage commander to have warrior as his unique commander skill. I don't know what else to call it. 25 might, which helps doing damage. 2 skill points, which give me all the skill points, please. I love skill points. And then obviously 10% commander damage throughout the battle. That counts for just any damage he does that's physical. So let's go into his skills real quick and let's go over them. So, and you need him at tier 3 to have him be efficient. When you just unlock him, he's not very good at tier rank 0, rank 1, rank 2. You have to get him to rank 3 to start really benefiting from the damage that he's doing. And then he's best at rank 5. So just ahead of time, he's better. The best skills for him is his rank 5 when he has rank 5. This is debatable. I've seen a lot of people run Ironfoot with Durin's Blood and then dump the extra points and just King on the Mountain. I don't do that. The way I run my Ironfoot, especially with the new elite skills that are out, this is the best build that I think. Obviously, this is debatable down in the comments. I just want to let you guys know. So the best build that I have found for Ironfoot is going to be Durin's Blood, 35%. You're going to be running Whirlwind. Then you're going to max out your King under the Mountain. And then you're going to max out All In. That's how you do it in the order. So on round 1, on round 1, nothing happens. On round 2, you hit for King under the Mountain. On round 3, you're going to hit for Whirlwind. And on round 4, you're going to hit for King of the Mountain again. And then you're going to use your last Dwarven Grit, which is 50%, because you're going to need Dwarven Grit for All In. So and All In does a metric ton amount of damage with that 50%, especially if your army is still above 80% of its HP. It will hit for a 50. I've hit for 64k with All In on round 4 before. But usually it's about a 50k, 45k, etc., depending on how well your army's doing on round 4, HP wise. So you're going to max out all of his top skill trees for his best performance. And then you're going to dump his extra points when he does have extra points into... This is a weird one. I know you guys are going to be like, oh, but you're dumping his extra points into something that doesn't benefit it that much. No, it doesn't, but an extra 5% damage from your front line is nice, and it reduces it by 1. You dump your extra points into Lord of the Iron Hills and Dwarven Leader to reduce damage. You could dump it into Fortify if you're defending, but, I mean, just limits what you can do with him, and I use him for assault. He does really good against Khaldun. I fought a well Khaldun with that setup and won against a Witch King. I beat Witch Kings before, but it depends on the Witch King. If it's a welled out Witch King, he did. If it's a normal average Witch King and you have burn damage resistant chest piece on him, with stun immunity, with the new elite skills, you have to have stun immunity. With him, I don't run stun immunity. I use him at Khalduns because when I fight a Khaldun and I throw it at him, it always either win or I draw with this build setup. So it's just a good way for me to smash through those annoying Khaldun players as a good side commander. But he does good. So those are the skills that I would recommend. I wouldn't recommend his maxing out his Lord of the Iron Hills. He's a damage commander. He's not an army buffer commander. Run that. The reason why I say don't go for Ironfoot, because it's a 15-point cost for 300 damage and a 35% chance to stun. And people are like, why don't you just put 1 point into it for the 35% chance to stun? Because it's 35% chance, and when you having this go off, because it goes off on round 1, right away, guess what? That's going to burn your Dwarven Grit. It's going to burn that 50% bonus, which All In was supposed to get on round 4. So do not do that. Don't put any points into that. You don't need Vengeance. You don't need Heavily Wounded. You don't need that HP recovery. Trust me, you don't need it. This is the best build that I have found for him, is upgrading his last skill trees at max and putting the extra points into this. Now, let's go over what elite units you're going to be using. So the elite units that you're going to be using with him are going to be barracks. Sorry, elite training's hidden away. Okay. So the units you're going to be using is obviously your first unit you're going to use is your frontline guardians. You're going to put everything into them. You're going to use as many of these as you can. Okay, and you're going to be running them with heavy shield. Reduces their damage by 20%. But reduces the damage they deal by 20%. But your commander will take care of the damage. Don't worry. Then, after you have a 20% damage resistant up front all the time throughout the entire battle, you're going to go into Sentinels. Sentinels. There we go. Into Sentinels. And then you're going to do Rise Up. Rise Up buffs Commander and Army. Not Commander's Army. Commander, Army, damage dealt plus 15% at max. It's comprised of 3 different races. So you're going to run just 100 of them. That's it. The effect doesn't go away. Now, the best build for him back in the day, before they nerfed it, was shield training. Because you could get a crazy amount. I think it was like an 80% damage resistance. For the entirety of the battle, but they nerf shield training where it disappears after they're dead. Hopefully they don't do that to Rise Up, because it's literally a lot. It's not as effective, but this is the best build as of right now. So I don't know if they're going to change it, but they'll see. We'll see. So you run 100 Sentinels, okay? And then you guys are going to go ahead and run. Where are these sneaky bastards? There. You're going to run 50 Cavaliers. With Rise Up. And that'll give you your 3 races. The effect will stay. After they die, you'll still have the 30% damage for your commander as well as your guardians. And it's good. And your Ironfoot is going to be doing a lot more damage. Trust me. When I fought those Witch Kings, it was funny watching it, because his Alchemist, I was running a burn damage chest piece, obviously, that I have, which, by the way, if you don't have this chest piece, save them. They are, if you're fighting Evil Faction, which is always going to contain a Witch King inside it, one player is going to have it. If not multiple players are going to have a Witch King. I can't find them. Whatever, let's go to items. If not, more players are going to have it. So, yeah, that's basically what you're going to run. And like I said, I'm sorry, I was in sidetrack. I was thinking, when you fight a Witch King, obviously when I fought him, I had this burn protection. You want this chest piece, save this. It is the lifeblood of beating the crap out of Witch Kings now, especially since they gain, a lot of smart Witch King players gain, Pursuit as well as, stun immunity. It's just been really hard for Gandalfs to compete, and it just makes it harder. Anyways, when I fought that Witch King, his Alchemist, he had 5,000 of them. Okay, that's a lot. Okay, he had 5,000 Alchemists. He also, I remember he had, I don't have it, the season reset, so I can't show you the replay. But he had some Trolls, and I think he had the tier 4, I was fighting the tier 4 Horsemen that reduce damage by 50%, and they target the highest tier unit. I can't remember what they're called, Champions. He had a few of those as well, 500 of those. And so what happened was, he does all his damage out front, right? I had stun immunity, I had the burn chest piece. I knew I was fighting that Witch King, so I prepared myself, right? And what ended up happening was, after he did all that damage, on round 4, I hit his Alchemist for the 60k, basically obliterated, a lot of them like that. And I think I killed it was 2,700 of them. It was insane the amount I killed. And Whirlwind hit them too before. It's really good. He's a really good commander. Now, the video is getting near 10 minutes, so let's quickly sum up. Is he good? Is he a commander? If you unlock, should you invest points into him? And for that, I say yes. He's one of the best tier 3 commanders in the game for good side. He's not top tier. There are better commanders than him. But he is hard to start up. My warning is he's hard to get to the good, comfortable position. He's hard to get there. He does solid, and he does solid work, but he's hard to get to that comfortable position. You have to get him, like I said before, to rank 3 to start making him be good. So you're going to sit on him until you get him there. But he is definitely one of the commanders that you should be investing your points into if you unlock his medals. Don't put him into Matham tickets. Don't do that with him. He's one of the commanders that you want to hold on to. If I could rank him on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll put him at a solid 8. I'll put him at an 8. Yeah, I don't think he's 8.5. I think he's a solid 8 commander. He's gonna all the commanders that he's gonna run into at his best performance. With his best performance, he's gonna win probably like 8 times out of 10. But there's a few commanders he's clearly gonna lose to. His weakness is burst commanders. Okay, if he's losing way too much health, he has no way to defend his army skill wise early round. So if he's losing half of his army, that's going to really affect his damage. But Dwarven Grit is one of the best skills I like because it does cover that weakness. And when he starts hitting on round 3 and 4, it starts hitting, okay? And it helps recovers that. And then it basically, it's good. I like it. That's my tier list. This is Dain's Mobile. If you think I'm right or I'm wrong, or if you guys have some things down in the suggestion box in the comments, go ahead and write down in the comments if I missed something or if I overlooked him. Or if you think he's a bad commander, tell me why, because I would like to know why he's bad. I think he's a good commander if you have him maxed at his best performance. And there's some commanders in the game like even at max just sucks. But yeah, he's good when you upgrade him. But tier 3 is when we should probably start playing around with him a bit, getting him, seeing how he works. So that's my video. Thank you guys so much. Like and subscribe. I upload every other day. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next video.